Hello guys, it's me Daniel96 back here for another video, and today we'll be making our round 7 tips of the 2024 AFL season. So yeah, before we get started, let's have a look at our round 6 results, and my word, this was the worst tipping round that we've ever had. This was such a bad round. Yeah, I don't know what more to say. We only got 2 tips correct out of the 8 games that were played. It was definitely a challenging round, and a round filled with upsets. I mean, the first game, the Bulldogs managed to fight themselves back and they got a win. Adelaide, well, yeah, they were kind of robbed. Meanwhile, down here, we got the Collingwood tip right. The GWS tip was incorrect, which was, yeah, it was a close game. It was a really good game to watch. Brisbane again, they can't win the Gabba. What is going on? I know that it was raining, but still. And then West Coast, like Fremantle, what happened to them? What is going on? And then finally, our risky tip did not turn out well. It did not pay off, and Hawthorn got their first win of the 2024 AFL season. So yeah, it was definitely a very challenging round. I don't know what to say. I mean, yeah, many people got many tips wrong, and yeah, I keep saying this, but surely this is the hardest round that we've had. And you can see the predicted margins versus the actual margins, and even then not many were close at all. And well, all I can say is thankfully this round is over. Yeah, that was a really bad round for tipping, but a round full of upsets. It was really good to watch. But yeah, now round 6 is done. Yeah, let's move on to round 7. And so round 7 begins on a Wednesday night. Every team is playing, so all the buys are done, and what a way to get things started. It is Anzac round, first of all, so of course you have to start with the Anzac Eve game between Richmond and Melbourne. I mean, yeah, what a game this is going to be. Melbourne are heavy favourites, but they had a bye last week. Oh yeah, both of these teams had a bye. So yeah, in that case, we'll have to talk about the round 5 performance where, well, Melbourne lost against Brisbane at the G, and Richmond lost against West Coast. So I guess both losses were really bad, but you would argue that Richmond's loss was, I'd say, much worse. And in that case, yeah, it puts Melbourne as heavy favourites for them to win this game. This should be interesting because it is an Anzac Eve game, they always pull off a really interesting game between the two, so I don't think it'll be as one-sided. But yeah, we're gonna get things started straight away here. I think, yeah, Melbourne are heavy favourites. Richmond, I mean, they've lost some players due to injury. They are, they're still in trouble here. They're 16th on the ladder. Melbourne, you would think that surely they would get a win back, and that is exactly what I'm gonna tip here at the G. This is gonna be a really good game, I reckon. So I am predicting the margin to be 20 points, and I am rating this game a 90 since it is an Anzac Eve game, and you know, there's a lot of hype. Now moving down here, my word, this is massive. This is a massive game, a huge game, and I think this tops for the highest so far this season. It's the Anzac Day game between Essendon and Collingwood. The stakes could not be any higher, and I think this is a massive showdown. Essendon coming back off 2 wins in a row against the Bulldogs and the Crows. I mean, they got really lucky against the Crows, but even then, it was a great performance. I mean, I was really surprised considering that, yeah, they had some trouble early on, but yeah, now they're back. And as for Collingwood, well, they demolished Port. I mean, they were down by 31 points and just came back, but not just came back, but just, yeah, went ahead. And it just gave me a glimpse of the 2023 Collingwood that we remember. So both of them are close within each other on the ladder, but Essendon are a win ahead. But even then, yeah, you can see that Collingwood are the favourites to win this game. If I was to put a guarantee on something, is that it will be a close game, I reckon. And I mean, Anzac Day is one of the biggest fixtures on the season, and this proves to be a massive game, and I can't wait to watch this. I can see either team winning this game, and Again, this was a hard one to tip because do I want to make a risky tip or do I just want to go with my gut? And that is exactly what I've gone here. I've decided Collingwood to get over the line against Essendon, and predicting the margin to be 4 points. And I'm rating this game a 96. This is the best one so far. This one's the one to watch out for. This will be a good game. And meanwhile, there's a game after that one. Played in Canberra at Monaco Oval between the GWS Giants and the Brisbane Lions. And yeah, the odds are even here. I mean, the percentage-wise, it's 80-20, but the odds-wise, yeah, it's fairly even, but I don't see why. I mean, Brisbane, they had some big trouble against Geelong. I understand it was raining. It was pouring down rain all night, and they couldn't control the ball at all. But, yeah, they still have not won a game at home. Whereas the Giants, well, they got their first loss of the season against Carlton. But, you know, I guess a loss had to come. And, well, against Carlton, I mean, Carlton are good at the moment. So it was going to happen either way. But, yeah, I don't know. This game sets out to be an interesting one because I don't see a clear winner. I mean, the Giants, I mean, in recent history, they didn't play the best at Monaco. But at the moment, as they sit third, they are doing really well during the season. And I think Brisbane will pull off a big fight here. I mean, they are determined to get a win after that horrendous loss against Geelong. And they definitely want to get their season back on track because Brisbane have a hard fixture ahead. So they have to find a win somewhere. But against the Giants, the way their form is at the moment, they're looking good. I think they might be missing some players due to suspension, like Toby Green and JC Hogan. But I still think GWS will get over the line in this one. So I'm predicting them to win by 17 points. And I'm rating this game an 87. Now moving down here, and we have got a Friday night massive game at the Adelaide Oval. And it's the only one here on the Friday night. It's between Port Adelaide and St Kilda. And this sets up to be another big game. Starting off with St Kilda, it was a really, really disappointing loss against the Bulldogs. I would have thought that, you know, they were definitely the big favourites to beat the Bulldogs after the the form that they were in. But yeah, they lost by 60 points and now they're under big pressure. Whereas Port, well, yeah, they got a big loss against Collingwood and, well, they haven't been able to beat the top teams at all for some time now. And, well, they're facing the Saints here and, well, they're back at home. Primetime fixture, they are going to play well, I reckon. They are a hard team to beat there, and it's definitely not going to be an easy task for St Kilda, so there will definitely be some fight with this one. But I'm predicting that, yeah, St Kilda, I think they will put on a fight here, and I think this game will be closer than we think. And, well, at home for Port, it's going to be hard to beat them, and I think Port will get this win, but I think this will be a close one. And yeah, I'm predicting the margin to be 14 points, and I'm rating this game an 89. But yeah, this will be a big one to watch. We'll just have to see how that goes. But yeah, I have predicted Port to get this game. And now we go down here towards the Saturday, and we have a couple big games. The first one between North Melbourne and Adelaide, playing at Blundstone Arena in Hobart. And, well, the Crows, they are one win and I think 5 losses. This has not been the season for them. They have had some massive trouble, yeah, some unluckiness, but yeah, they are in the hot water here. Yeah, and they finally get to verse North, I guess, which is something they are looking forward to. And I say that because, well, North, yeah, they are not doing well. I mean, yeah, it's been going on for the past couple of years. They are just, well, yeah, they sit 18th. They look favourites to be last, the Wooden Spooners. It hasn't been their season for them, and to see them turn around, it's going to be really hard. So yeah, to put it simply, I think the Crows will come back here and they will desperately get their win after, well, yeah, they haven't won at home as well. So I guess this is a big chance for them to get themselves a win, give them back some momentum, which is exactly the tip that I'm going to go for here. I think Adelaide will get the win by 46 points, and I'm rating this game a 70. Now, talking about a big game, this is it. This is massive. What about this game? Geelong and Carlton at the MCG on a twilight fixture. It does not get any better than this. I mean, yeah, this is massive. This will be the ultimate test here. Geelong still undefeated. They are the last undefeated team. They got a really good win against Brisbane. I mean, I wasn't expecting that, but they got their win away from home. And Carlton look strong. They look really strong, and it just shows in what they did against the Giants that they are powerful. I think both of these teams are definitely in final contention, and this is sort of like a finals game here. I mean, at the G, I'm guessing it's sold out, or it probably will be, I think, or we'll have to see, but it's going to be a massive crowd for sure. And the odds are even, 56 to 44, so this is definitely not going to be an easy one to tip, and yeah, I definitely had to think about this one. But I think this game is really similar to the Collingwood Essendon one, and I think this will be close, and I think it will be the closest. And yeah, I had a tough think about this tip, but I have decided that Geelong will get over the line just. I feel like they can pull off these upsets. Well, it's not really an upset, but they can just pull themselves over the line. And yeah, I think Carlton, well yeah, this one's going to be hard, but I'm predicting Geelong to get the win by 2 points, and I'm rating this game a 95. I think this game will really show who's better between the two, so yeah, good luck to both of these teams. Meanwhile, on the same percentages, Fremantle and the Western Bulldogs at Optus Stadium in a Saturday night game, and this is also even. It just shows for what a massive game this is going to be, and whoa, I don't know who to start, but let's start with Fremantle. I mean, they are under hot water here after they lost against the Eagles, and well, now red flags are showing. I mean, they looked so promising at the start of the season, and even those small losses, I mean, they still looked good, but then that loss against West Coast just, I guess, changed a lot. And as for the Bulldogs, well, yeah, they're just so inconsistent, but like they either get a win or a loss, and well, they got a win, and it's definitely something they needed, and well, there's a lot of uncertainties with them. I don't know exactly which way this game's gonna pan out, but it's definitely gonna be a massive game, considering that it is the Anzac Day, Anzac round game, so it's definitely big for both of these clubs. But I think after Fremantle's loss against West Coast, I don't know, since they're playing again at Optus, I feel like they'll do much better this time round, and I am tipping Fremantle for this game. It's going to be interesting to watch again, just like this game above. But I am predicting them to win by 19 points, and I'm rating this game an 85. So now we move on to the last two games, and both of them are on a Sunday. The first game between Gold Coast and the West Coast Eagles in the Gold Coast, and yeah, Sunday afternoon game. This one is going to be really good to watch. I mean, congrats to West Coast for getting back-to-back wins. They are on a momentum here. Harley Reid is carrying the state at the moment. But now they travel away from home and are put onto another test against the Gold Coast. And Gold Coast at the moment, they've won all their home games at their ground, and I feel like, as I said this before, but I feel like that's their fortress. They had a hard time away from home, and it just showed against Sydney. They just can't play away from home, but once they're home, they are on the roll. But we can't any more doubt on what West Coast can do. They can pull off an upset here, and I can definitely see them doing so. Yeah, who knows what's going to happen. But for this game, I still have to go to the favourites, and the favourites I think are Gold Coast. I mean, they're back at home. They need a win. They had a seesawing season so far, and yeah, I think they will get a win here by 25 points. And I'm rating this game as 79. Alright, so now we head to the last game. And this is a pretty interesting one. It's between Hawthorn and Sydney, playing at the G again. And well, both of these teams had their share of interesting parts throughout the season. Hawthorn got their first win finally against North. They had to get one and they got it. But overall, Hawthorn have had an interesting year. They've had some close games, they've had some chances, but haven't gone their way at all. And as for Sydney, well, they've also been interesting. I mean, we've questioned them a lot. We've questioned them as to whether they're legit or not, and well, at the moment they are. But last time they were at the G, they faced Richmond in a similar scenario and they lost. So, yeah, I'm just saying, anything can happen. We could see an upset pull off here by the Hawks, and I could see that happening actually. But I feel like it would be wrong to tip against the Swans in this scenario. They are looking good. They've only lost one game. They sit second on the ladder. I think they will get this win. The momentum will continue, and yeah, the positive season I think will become more positive, as I think they'll get a 27-point win. And I'm ranking this game as 75. So yeah, just like that, that is my round 7 tips. It's going to be an interesting round. I think probably more interesting than the last round. I mean, we have some massive games here, including the Anzac Day games, but this will be a big test for some of these clubs. So I'm going to leave it here for today. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next time. Bye bye.